these are the colors that we're going to be using in the pour I'm doing tonight. These are leftover colors from the other pieces I did. So the first color I'm using is the Cadmium Yellow Light Hue by Liquitex, and then I mixed in white to get a lighter yellow shade. And then the next color is, this is the Liquitex Basics, I believe it's medium orange hue. I'm not totally sure if that's the right name for it though. And then I mixed in white until I got a peachy kind of orange color. And this color right here, this is a custom mix. This is Liquitex Basics Quinacridone Magenta with just a little bit of the Dioxazine Purple by Liquitex. And this color is Liquitex Basics Titanium White. This color is a custom mix as well. This is the Deco Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. And then I mixed in white to kind of like tone it down a little bit. And then just a little bit of copper to give a little bit of a copper hue. The next color we have is Dioxazine Purple by Liquitex Basics. And this color is the Golden Prussian Blue. I'm probably just going to use a little bit of this for like a highlight kind of color. And then this color right here, this is all just scrapings off my table for like 2 or 3 pours. It's not like the best color. I mean, it could be worse, but it's like this light purpley mauve kind of color. It almost looked a little pukish kind of before, but I put a little purple in it to kind of make it a little better. So I'm just using this because it was scrapings and I just want to get rid of it. So yeah, we're not going to leave negative space because, I mean, it's not a horrible color, but it's not the best. Okay, let me show you the consistency. That's the same that I always use pretty much. That's what we use, just a mound, and then it disappears. Doesn't leave a mound on a mound, and it doesn't just sink. It leaves just a little mound, and then it disappears. I really don't like thicker consistencies, so that's why I always kind of go for one in between. I don't know. Just don't like working with the thicker consistencies. Hi everyone, I'm Nadine. Welcome back to my channel for my art, Nadine Michelle Art. Thank you for being here. So if you're liking what you're seeing on my channel so far, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified each and every time I post a new video. So today I'm gonna do this giant canvas. This is like my last good canvas. I have to get some more, but this is a 24 by 30. I've actually never done one this big, so we're gonna see how this goes. So this is Artist Loft Gallery Wrapped Level 3 canvas. I sprayed the back with water to tighten it up so it's not loose. I also, let me flip it over. I taped the back with painter's tape so it doesn't get as messy. I also use these hooks right here. These are called cup hooks or C hooks, I think. You can get them at like Walmart or the hardware store. Okay. Also, another important thing to do is you need to make sure your canvas is level. If your canvas is not level, then your paint will run off one side or the other. Currently, my canvas is level to this table, but a little bit over this way. So once I actually pour the paint, I'll move all these because I leveled it like further over this way. But you want to make sure that it's like 100% level or pretty close to it. On my previous piece, the diptych I did, the second part of it, it wasn't 100% level, the table I dry it on. So I did have like a little bit go off the edge on one side, but it wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit. But you always want to make sure it's level, because otherwise, if you do not level it, then you will wake up to a painting that looks completely different. Like I've had them where they like all will go this way. So take the time and level it with a leveler, not just with your eyes. Your eyes will lie. Okay, so what I want to do on this, so I'm not going to leave any negative space, obviously, because this color isn't like the best color. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not a color you leave negative space with. What I want to do is do like 3 lip cups, like that kind of. I'm not going to do grenade ones because I just don't want that kind of look. I'm just going to do regular flip cups. And then I want to like travel with them like that, because the last time I did that I had like a little trouble with the traveling part. It was like the paint was just like plopping out of there when I was doing it, so I kind of want to practice that a little. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to see how this goes. All my paints have been mixed in 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint, about, give or take. I don't really measure, so that's an estimate, but I would say it's about 2 to 1. And then the pouring medium I use is 75% Floetrol to 25% GAC 800. And then I use water mixed with a little bit of GAC 800 to get to the consistency I'm looking for. Okay, for this size canvas, this is a 24 by 30. It's really big. It like barely fits on my table, so I had to put plastic on the floors to ensure we don't get paint everywhere. So yeah, so you need about 27 ounces of paint. These are about 9-ounce cups. So I was going to do 3 of them plus the base coat. That should be more than enough paint. Another thing I did was I didn't want to do a grenade, so I poked a hole in the bottom here and then I put tape over it. And then once I'm ready to like go like to travel with it, I'm gonna take the tape off. I thought it would help with like the air, because like last time it was like suctioning like to the canvas when I went to move it, and I was trying to do it carefully, but in certain parts it just all came out in big splotches. So I'm trying to kind of avoid that this time. So we'll see. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but we're gonna give it a try. Not sure what's gonna go down with this canvas either. This is really big in comparison to what I'm used to using, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer these cups. I'm not gonna do, I normally layer it where I put like whatever base coat color I'm using. I'll put that in the bottom of the cup to make it like look more 3D like, but since this color isn't like a good base color, I'm just gonna layer a cup and not do it that way this time. Just gonna layer a cup. We're not gonna dirty pour like I said, we're just gonna do layered cups. I've been liking how that looks more. Sometimes you get more like blocks of color versus just mixing when you do a dirty cup, and I've just been liking that better lately. So yeah. Also may or may not, I haven't decided yet, but I might use a marble in it a little. I've never done that, so I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the cups, and then I will put on our base coat, and then we'll flip them over, let them sit for a few, and then travel with them. And may or may not put some marble embellishments in it. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. So that's the game plan. I also want to try to do is like travel the whole way and have the paint go most of the whole way. I kind of struggled with that before. And then I want to pour them so they're like together, because when you pour like 3 separate things, it's easier to tilt it when they're like together. And since I don't really like the base coat, I want it to be to where there's not space in between, because otherwise you're going to see this color in between. That makes sense. I hope so. It does in my head, but we'll see. And I also want to try not to pour it too close to the edge, because otherwise that'll go off. It's kind of why I'm like placing these. It's like a, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna film now anyway though. Whatever. Okay, so I think I'm gonna layer them all pretty similar, because I kind of want to go like light to dark kind of thing. So yeah, they're all going to be layered relatively similar, but I know it'll look different still. I might wreck it with the lip of the cup a little. I don't know. I haven't totally decided. Kind of just have to like see how it goes. Alright, so like usual, I'm OCD, so I wrote out the way I want to layer my colors, just so I don't get excited and forget. So we're going to start layering our cups. So I'm going to do them like all the same, so I'm just going to go like 1, 2, 3, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start, oh wait, no, I wanted to, hold on, no. I'm already messing up. All right, a little bit of gold, just a little bit. You know what, I might take this. I just want a little like drizzle in there to start, because it looks pretty against the white. Okay, now we're gonna do some white. Okay. Easy with the white there. And now we're going to do some yellow. And a little bit of gold. I just like the gold against the yellow. It looks pretty. Okay, now orange down the side of the cup. White, just a little bit. It's just kind of like a barrier in between our next color. I'm always worried about like getting mud, so yeah. little more gold. So this is why I write it down, because I always forget. I almost just went and grabbed a different color. With that 24 karat gold, you have to be really careful not to use too much. So that's why a lot of times you'll see me just like drizzling it. So yeah. Okay, then magenta. And then we're going to do our purple. And then blue, but I don't want too much blue. I just want like, it's just like a little highlight color by the purple there. Might put a little on this side by the magenta, just cause I feel like it. Okay, and then we're gonna repeat this, so I'll probably speed this part up. Here's our beautiful cups. They look very pretty. I don't think I overfilled them too bad this time. Not too bad. I want to put our base coat on. I kind of just like to put it on and then tilt it out. That's just how I like to do it. So that's how I'm gonna put our base coat on. Oh, let's hope I don't get paint all over my feet. We'll see though. Boy, this is a lot bigger of a canvas than I'm used to. Oh man. Something else that I always do every time I paint, no matter if I'm using a thin or a super thick consistency, is I always paint my edges and the sides first. And you want to do that with just straight paint, not like the pre-mix stuff. Just straight paint on the edge and the side, because, and I do that because with certain colors that are more transparent, even if they say that they're opaque, you will be able to see the canvas through, and I don't like that personally. And it's a lot easier to just do that now versus having to go and touch up your edges. And for me, I generally don't like them when I have to touch them up, because I can like tell, and I'm a perfectionist, so yeah. So that's why I do that. If you ever wondered, it just saves me a headache at the end there. If I ever have to touch them up, I don't have to worry about it. All right, we're gonna pop our bubbles and our base coat. So now we're gonna flip them over. Okay, so it's all about the wrist. You wanna hold your elbow like up against your side or your rib cage here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, and then you just have to do it really quick and not think about it, and hopefully you should be okay. Not get it everywhere. I've never had it where I've gotten it like everywhere. It might go a little more on the canvas, but I've never gotten it like, you know, all over me or the floor or the walls or anything. At least not with this technique. So, okay, so I'm gonna go for like right here-ish I'm aiming for. So 1, 2, and not too bad. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other one on this side. Not sure how good this is gonna go because I'm right-handed, but it should be fine. So that one's there. I'm kind of trying to line up, so maybe right here-ish. Okay, so 1, 2, and okay, not too horrible. And then our last one's gonna go about here-ish. So 1, 2, and okay, not too bad. All right, we're gonna give those a minute to sit. Once I actually go and travel with them, then I am going to take the tape off to like release the air. I always let them, not just flip cups, but I think like anything too, like with straight pours. Gina DeLuca actually taught me this. You want to let it sit and let the paints, like them sit and let the paints percolate, so like you can have those chemical reactions take place, and that's how you get a lot of the cells, is by being patient. You have to have a lot of patience. So I always let these sit probably like, I don't know, at least 3 minutes. So I'm gonna take this tape off here. Didn't go quite as bad. I wasn't totally ready. It's okay. I'm probably gonna do some lips anyway. I gotta be ready right when I take the tape off. Keep my finger there until. Okay, so I'm gonna go across the canvas now. Alright, well, didn't sound like I was planned, but when does it? It's okay, it'll be beautiful. Alright. So, let's see. I'm gonna do some lips through it. A lipping is when you take just the lip of a plastic cup and you kind of rack it a little to give it more movement. Kind of like this part. So I want to probably go this way. I like to kind of like go like this. So 1, 2, 3. Gonna rack it and then we'll torch. Okay, so first one. Okay. And then the reason I do that is it gives a lot of lines and movement in it. When you don't do it, I mean, it still looks cool, but it just looks like, I don't know, there's more movement in it when you do that. And this is like the only kind of wrecking I ever do is with the lip of the cup. I honestly cannot stand like how it looks like with like the chopsticks and like the curly Q ones. Like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of artists do it and they're great artists, but I don't know. I just don't like it, me personally. That's just my personal opinion though. Everybody has like their own opinion when it comes to art. Like what I like doesn't mean everyone's gonna like, so yeah. Okay, now we're gonna torch because I see air bubbles, so we're gonna get those out. one thing when you're torching, make sure you don't burn your paint or scorch it. You don't want that. You just keep it over one area and you hold it like not right to the surface, a little higher up with the torch, and you keep moving it constantly. Otherwise you'll burn your paint. You don't want that. Okay, so we're gonna tilt now. I might put, well, let me try tilting these first, and then if there's still any like negative space that I don't like, then I'll fix that. Do have more paint, so yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna go, let's see which way this wants to go first. Okay, yeah. So you wanna move it like where the weight of the paint is moving the fastest. So that's how you like control your paint. And you want to tilt like very, very slowly. Patience is a virtue here. Okay. I'm gonna go off to this corner first. I'm moving it very slowly towards this way. I will speed some of this up, but I think it's important to see just how slow you should tilt to keep your cells and everything intact. And this canvas is heavy, a lot heavier than I'm used to. We're gonna let that go over just a little, and then bring it over this way. You want to bring the weight of your paint back to the center always, so you don't mess up your composition. Now if you can see about the weight of our paint is about right here now. So it's in the center. So I think I'm gonna try to go up this way next. Alright, I don't know what's so crazy about. I'm seeing what happens. So, let's see, right here. Alright, let's see what happens. So here's my 24 by 30, my first one. I did the 3 flip cups on it, and then I did a little bit of the marble It's okay. I like this one right here, if you can see it. That one came out cool. Don't know about the rest, but I like some of this right here. Things I would change. I need to practice the traveling with the flip cups a little more. It was still just like plopping out, and I wanted to like go all the way to the end, the paint. I think actually putting the tape on the bottom almost made it worse because you have to keep your finger over it until you're ready for it to release. So I think I just need to practice doing it without the tape on the bottom, and then just practice it more, and then it should work better. Not crazy about like where you can see the base coat color, because that was like a leftover paint kind of paint, and it's not the best color. Let's see. Otherwise, I like it. I like the colors together. Got good cells. Yeah, I'm just not crazy about this part. I might do something more with it. I'm not sure yet, but I'm a mess, like you can see. I will bring it down and show you the whole painting in a second once I clean up. I might fiddle with this some more and get my edges, and yeah. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask those in the comments. But yeah, I'll bring it down and I'll show you the wet result. Okay, so here is the wet result. Actually, I really like this. I think I like it. Here, I'm gonna take you down. So, let's see. This is the top corner. Right here, this is where we did some of the marble. Really like that part right there, that's cool. Same with right here. There's where we did some of the marble. I like how that one came out a lot. I like how that looks. Okay. And this purple part right here, this is the part I was messing with for a while because I'm really just not crazy about it. It's because it had the base coat that I'm really not crazy about there. Okay, this is where we did some more of the marbles. Down to this corner, it's really big canvas. I'm not used to working on a canvas this size, but I really like those cells right there too. Those are cool. And this part here, this is my favorite right here. Right there, I like how the yellow and the white and the gold look right there. Yeah, this is the 24 by 30. This is our flip cup with a few marble embellishments. Yeah. So here's the wet result. I'll show you when it's dry. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments. And then if you want to let me know what you think of this, if you've tried the marbles when your pours, what you think about it. But yeah, here's this. This is fun to do. This is a good learning experience. I've never done one this big yet. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will post some pictures when it's dry. And thanks for watching. Nadine, Michelle, Art.